Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the final card in this week's tarot story. So we close the week with the King of Cups. The King is the master energy of the court card. So it's the energy that knows how to partner well between the intuition and the mind. So we've got the inspiration comes from intuition, know-how and action comes from the mind. And this is the King who knows how to bring them together, right? Cups are connected to the heart and the intuition. So they're about following your heart, connecting with others, and feeling emotionally fulfilled. So this is about your experience of emotional well-being. And this King knows how to help us achieve that. So the image of the King shows him on his throne, and his throne is on this rocky sea. There's lots of movement. There's even a couple ships that are like on the waves. So there's the idea there's a lot of turmoil and possible upset, right? But the King's throne stays firm, stays very constant, right? Because this King knows how to navigate even the rockiest energy, the rockiest emotional experiences. And that's not because he suppresses it, it's because he welcomes it. He is hospitable to what is happening. He offers presence, attention, and love, and confidence that we are okay. So this invites us to find the part of ourselves which is deeply loving, deeply masterful, that can be responsive to our emotional struggles, right? And this is really important, I think, because we're talking this week about the mind starting something new, right? The mind is learning something new. We had the Ace of Swords on Tuesday. So the mind is starting a new journey, and the mind is nervous around emotions. Just so you know, like the mind thinks emotions are sort of harbingers that something's wrong, right? So the mind tends to be overly reactive to emotions. Either it catastrophizes them like, oh no, the world's coming to an end, or pushes them away. They're distractions. We don't want to listen to them, right? When the truth is, emotions are just signals. They're just energetic signals telling us something, right? And so if we can listen to those, be hospitable to those, let them wash over us with this confidence of this masterful King, we can let the emotions, either the emotions will dissipate as we become hospitable and let them flow, they'll just flow right past us, or they will surface for us whatever emotion they want, whatever they need. So we don't have to be afraid of the emotions. They're not going to overwhelm us. They're not going to derail us. They're not a problem to the journey. They are part of the journey, and learning how to agree to them is huge, right? So I think this really shows up at a nice time, because I think the mind, we're starting something new. The mind's a little bit anxious, looking at our tarot story this week, a little bit anxious. It kind of wants to jump ahead. It's afraid of getting blocked. It's a little nervous about getting stale, getting stale. It wants to do a good job. The mind always wants to do a good job, but it's like it works too hard at it. It's working too hard, right? And that working too hard, getting nervous, getting anxious can definitely cause some emotional turmoil. So we want to listen to the emotional turmoil not as an indicator to move necessarily. In fact, almost never do you want to move out of emotional turmoil. I will say almost never. What you want to do is listen to the emotional turmoil, let it talk to you, kind of bring it in lovingly, let it talk to you, let it speak to you with this confidence, this masterful King energy, so you can understand if it's just a reaction because we're changing things up and it's a little scary, or if there's a message. And then once the message comes through, everything gets calm, just like this King is very calm, and then you have a clear action step. So we don't use emotional turmoil as a signal to move. We use it as a signal to pay attention, to dig deeper, to kind of turn our gaze inward and be hospitable to ourselves. So again, the message keeps coming up. Like after you plant the new thing, the Ace of Swords, you don't take action for a while. Even if you get nervous, even if you get anxious, even if you get angry, and the emotions are really big, don't take action from that place. Instead, give it love, give it attention, let it talk to you, let it dissipate. And then out of that, you might discover, oh, it's time to move again. So I think that's a really important lesson. And the King of Cups shows up at just the right time in this tarot story, in my opinion. So I hope that's helpful to you. I'll see you next time. Bye.